You know, guys, I've played StarCraft for a very long time, and I've just realized that I have a bit of a problem. The thing is, I'd like to play the game like this,
태적도 있었던 상황인데 자 제재
but instead, I kind of play it a little bit more like this.
I didn't hotkey my comm stats. Oh. Oh, no. 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 What a stupid reason to lose.
Okay, so I'm getting older, but I still have the drive to improve. So I decided to make a list of the things that I really need to work on. Hold on a second. To show you what it is that I want to improve, I'm going to use the top 4 Terran players on the ladder as an example. So looking at that ladder, we have a drop hacker, followed by speed, speed again, sock, speed a third time, light, speed a fourth time, sock a second time, and barracks. Here's an example of speed doing a regular factory expansion opening. This is the most common opening for Terran, and it's what I'll be using to practice my early game optimization. The big focus here is to get your factory up as quickly as you can without sacrificing your economy to do it. This is done through optimizing your SCVs on their mineral patches, where they're mining from, and the speed that they give between the patches and the command center. Here you're going to see that speed achieves a factory timing of 2 minutes and 29 seconds, which is very fast. And here we have SOC achieving a 2 minute and 27 second factory. Here's Light with a 2 minute and 29 second factory. And finally, Barracks with a 2 minute and 29 second factory. Now, here's a game that I played against Speed recently, starting from his point of view at the time of starting the factory. Now, the exact time he starts it doesn't matter that much because we actually were typing at the beginning of the game, so everything's a little bit slower. But what you're going to see is my factory is not started, and in fact, it won't be started for an extra about 6 seconds here. Now, that might not seem like a lot, or maybe it does, but jumping ahead, this is going to kind of underline how hard this makes a Terran, first Terran specifically. You can see he's just coming up and he has 1 additional vulture more than me. And I will have more vultures joining, but imagine if these vultures had been down there a little bit faster. I think a good rule of thumb here is that if you have a slower factory, things can go right for you, but if you have a faster factory, things can't go wrong. You're always going to have enough units. And of course, there's a lot more to the game than just getting these fast, but at the end of this sequence, you're going to see that I am down by about 10 SCVs, so this is definitely something that I need to work on. To further underline this weakness, this past year I lost in the winter bracket semifinals of the Chat Starland Montreal 3-1 to Jip, and in the winter bracket semifinals of StarCon Seattle 2-0 to Jip, with both defeats coming heavily from his faster opening factories. So where do we go from here? Well, I decided it was time to message the best Terran player outside of Korea and my own personal nemesis.
So these are generally the 4 patches you want to mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to mine this 5th one. What I usually like to do, and I'm not quite sure, well, it actually does impact, but these 2 SCVs I'll have hotkeyed, and I'll return cargo when they're maybe around here.
On both of them?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily... I mean, if you keep doing this and then click here, for example, and then click here, and just line them up on the bottom and the top side. You can make sure that they go a bit faster. I think the most important part is just lining them up properly and mining in the correct order. And then you won't really get that big of a difference if you're return cargoing or not.
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Make a 230 factory. Make a 230 factory.
What are we waiting for? Take this!
Yes, I did it. I feel like I'm on top of the world. Never give up, never surrender. Today, I am a champion.